Wow, how ready are you for this webinar?
As an in-house facilitator, I've been following the trends on the platform, and we all know the yearnings of the people and the expectations of many.
Okay.
But the truth of the matter is that some people are not doing it the right way. And in the course of the lecture, we would expand on some thoughts that would help shape some ideas and perspectives,
Okay.
so that we'll be able to deliver and have the desired results that we are looking for by the grace of God.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. Please, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Okay. My name is William Asim-Ita. I'm from Cross River State. I was born and bred in Lagos. Studied engineering. You want to pick the call? Studied engineering, and whilst in school, I got this vision. You know, I was not an art person at all. You know, my background is very funny. I am more of a math person than an art person. So when I got that inspiration on campus, I started a company called We Concepts. That's my initials. Those are my initials. And
Okay.
what we were doing there on campus, we didn't have the conventional large format printing and all of that. So we were doing it manually.
Okay.
You know, I draw and paint. So you can imagine someone that has not drawn all his life, started drawing on big canvases. So I just knew that there was a God factor in this, and I was doing it for fun then on campus, just to make extra money to take care of myself.
Okay.
I never knew that I would land myself here, because my dream was to work in Shell or Chevron as an engineer.
Okay. Go
You can
on.
pick the call.
Okay, fine. Let them call again. Continue.
So that's how it all started. And when after doing my research, I was still doing the stuff and graphics, design, print, and all of that. But the big bang came in 2008,
Okay.
when I was opportune to do a job for Lagos State government, and I found out the Bible says something that see that a man diligent in his work shall stand before mean men. I found myself in the courts of government, and I was like, who am I? So the Brandbill you are we're hearing about today, actually is an offshoot of We Concept. We Concept is still existing. We Concept is more of an engineering and company. I registered that far back 2005.
Okay.
I should show you, as the company is 15 years old, and we have been doing fabrication, technical and engineering drawing, printing, and all of that. So people that know me way back know me as We.
Yeah.
But the people that know me now know me as Brandbill. So Brandbill is the advertising part of the business, while the We Concept is the technical part of the business. So it's a synergy, we work together. So
wow, that is interesting. We Concept Brandbill. So you are a double MD.
you can say that again.
You know, this language was one of our guys in a full gospel in those days. You know, he runs two companies, so that's why I heard that word. They say it's a double MD. So you are a full double MD, and I of course, we've been friends for years now.
Yeah.
I can confirm what you're saying. And there's no lie in it. And I want to also ask you, sir, 22 years in business, how has it been?
My dear brother, it's been ups and downs. But I thank God I started this early, because I don't know what it would have been doing that run around at this time.
Okay.
You know, then I didn't have so much responsibilities on my neck.
Okay.
I was a young single person, and I could do all the runnings. I could travel at will. You know, I do a lot of traveling to sites, to go and do inspection and all of that. And I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. There's an incident that I always like sharing with people. Do you know I was arrested for this printing stick as a copper? You know, in Onitsha. I was in Onitsha, Anambra State, and one of those days I did a year for my school department, so my juniors. I mean, so I was opportune to do that job, and I could not deliver the job because I was in the orientation camp. So immediately we came out of the camp, I had to come to Lagos to pick up the job and deliver. Okay. On that transit route, I was arrested by the police. Okay. And they asked me, what am I doing? I told them I'm a printer, and for some time I didn't forgive the police force, but you know, as a Christian, I've gone over that. But I'd like to share with you some of the setbacks you have in this kind of thing. So they arrested me, and I was put behind counter. And for what reason? They said they've been looking for me. I've been doing shady printing of exam malpractice. They just changed the whole thing. And I was like, what exam are you seeing? This is a final year university student, graduating student. What function are you seeing here? What am I carrying? Before I knew what happened, people of God, it was not funny. But I want to thank God for my principal of the school then that came to bail me out and to attest that this person is not what they think I was. So I've spoiled people's jobs, I've messed up, I've packed my mess, and I've come together, and I think I'm sharing a better message now.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah.
So in your mess, you got a message. That's a good one. You know, sometimes I feel somehow when some people come and brag that they have never failed in life, they have never had issues, you know, they brag with all the euphorias around it, and how do you relate to that? And I keep telling people that that failure is not opposite success, but part of success. So can you confirm that?
Perfectly. If you read the stories of successful or people that have made landmarks in any field of life, you find out that one time or the other there was a teaching process. Okay. Any child that does not crawl and start walking, the child will crash. Okay. So you just have to grow organically. And in the course of this training, so when we talk about online visibility, we get carried away by seeing people who have 1 million likes. And I tell them that no, the 1 million like the person have, what capacity does the person have? Exactly. If you cannot manage 1,000 people, then you're just a mediocre. You're just playing.
I agree.
So we should not just get carried away by the euphoria of the likes, but let us see what is the conversion. You know, how many of them have you been able to retain as customers? Or except you're an entertainer, you just want to be entertaining people like Wizkid. But in Wizkids and all these musicians,
there's a conversion.
Yeah, the conversion of getting more brands.
Exactly.
Today is a techno ambassador for the new techno phone. Yeah. I'm on 15 Pro, you know, and they're paying millions for that. Why? Because he has used that entertainment platform to convert
followership.
Yeah, to get business. So if you want to go into that kind of line of business, fantastic. But if you are doing a small business or you are rendering a service, please, relationship is a currency. I cannot say beside that statement. Yeah. Relationship is a currency that cannot be quantified. You know, just as I said, we've known ourselves for some time. Yeah. Some things you can get access, and I think we're talking about access. Access is worth more than currency. Exactly. You know, I could give you 100 million today, but you may not have access into me. Yeah. So that means so the currency has to do with relationship and access, and that's what you need to be able to penetrate. And one job, I just have one client. So today I'd like us to relax, and a lot of things loaded on the slides that we're going to share. And I believe that in a few minutes we'll be able to do a scratch. You know, this is visibility 101.
101.
So I'm sure you have respect to me. We will do another session of this.
We will. 201 is there, 301 is there. We'll continue. All right. On the round-up note, and I want to appreciate Engineer. He's also an elder of the Presbyterian Church of Nigeria, Yaba Parish, the most prominent parish in Lagos or in Nigeria, in Yaba, around Yaba there. He's an elder. I want to appreciate you, sir. And just like you mentioned that relationship is a currency, and I cannot agree less. Just like I also said in my delivery with the men the other day, I said that contact is the most viable currency. Now the relationship is now the conversion. Are you getting it? Relationship is now the conversion, because if you have contacts and you don't have relationship with those contacts, it's as good as nothing. So the two are relating. While you have the contacts, because you can only create a relationship out of your contacts. So, and I said the other day that if you need more than 4 contacts to reach the president of your country, your relationship, your contact network is poor. Remember, your network is your net worth. Your network is your network. So today, leverage on this opportunity that we are bringing your way. If you didn't do well the next time, I won't bring him. And of course, there's no sympathy, there's no whatever. If I don't bring just anybody to this platform, if you see me bring anybody to our webinar, that person is the best that we can bring for you at that time. Take note of that. We are not just looking for anybody. If it is looking for anybody, there are 1,001 persons out there. Bringing him to us today shows he has some content I think that the FANEV family should leverage on, learn from him, how he was able to do all of the things he has done, and I promise you, it's going to worth your time, it's going to worth your while today. So we are going right away. But before he starts, the anchor of today wants to talk to us just in 1 minute. Just immediately after that 1 minute, we'll go on.
Lokonta, your anchor for today's super webinar, season 48, titled Online Visibility 101, Engineer William Asim-Ita. I want to tell you that I'm so excited to welcome you this morning for today's lecture. I have been under the young entrepreneur's teaching, and he is dangerously loaded when it's come to the topic at hand. I bet you he will be firing from all cylinders. Get your pen and paper ready and get set. Once again, you are welcome to Super Webinar Season 48 of FANEV International Business School, titled Online Visibility 101. Thank you.
Wow, this man, we call him ancestor. His grammar, you may not find some of his grammar in dictionary because he manufactures them. But he's a good guy. He's a good guy and he has been around us for a long time. Please, the next person you hear his voice is that of Engineer William Asim-Ita. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to this webinar series, season 48 of the FANEV International Business School. Today we'll be discussing a topic, build your online presence, and in the few minutes we have, I believe that we'll be able to do something that would worth your time. What is online visibility? Online visibility is the overall presence of a brand, person, or product in the internet space. In other words, online visibility is about getting found wherever conversations are happening that are important to your customers, to your industry, or to your business. So we're in a world where people do their homework before they do business with you. How are you perceived? Do you have the right visibility? Doing business with you could mean buying your products or patronizing your services or your company or even you as a person. Your online visibility can also translate to you getting an appointment into an advisory position or a non-profitable organization as on the board, on government, political appointment, travel, visa. The opportunities are endless. Now, the question I ask is, if I Google your name, what visibility will I find? If I Google your name, what visibility will I find? Example, I want to reach a person that does furniture, and I type Nwachukwu Eze Aja, for example. I'm sure when I get that result, I will not say anything else to do with carpentry there, because he is not a carpenter. Yeah. So what I'll be seeing, they will be talking about FANEV and the likes, business, print, and whatever he has found himself to do. So many times, some of us have a problem, and I think the first thing I would like to talk about on this is your nomenclature. If you have the wrong name, the wrong identity, then you cannot be found. There will be a mismatch. Yeah. So you have to define yourself. If you want to have a brand name and say, okay, I want to be known as an SME doctor, for example. So that will be your name that will be tagged to you, and you consistently follow it and be known for that. But you cannot be answering two names. So when I Google your name and find two different things, then I have a problem. So the assignment number one for you is Google your name and let me know the results you're going to get. Google your name, type your name or your business name, and let me know the result you're going to get. Let me tell you something. Google has become an oracle. Even native doctors consult Google. In the 21st century, native doctors have evolved. You know, they don't carry iPads again. They don't carry calabash. They don't carry calabash again. They don't carry red cloths or tie anything. They wear designer suits. You know, they wear designer suits they are top-notch guys. They even, if you meet them, you find out that they're even having tablets. And what do they do with these tablets? These tablets are what they use to even Google it. So when you say, I want to find out about something, they will first of all go to Google. So you can imagine you deceiving yourself. So, but that's not the topic for today. So as I said earlier on, before I do that, I have to validate who you are. Who are you really? So before I meet you or come for a meeting or a program, I validate you by checking you out. I'll check you out to know who you are, what you have done, what you are doing, who are your friends, are you a cultist, are you a multi-billionaire, where do you reside, what business do you do, how can I buy it from you? You know, that is what everybody does now. And this thing translates not just to human and interpersonal relationship, also to products purchase. If I want to buy a phone or any item today, I'll first of all go to Google and check. And you find out that we have more consumers of this day having more information than even the merchants themselves, because they even know the spec and what they want from each device. And you can imagine a merchant who has about over 70 products in his store, having the knowledge of all of them, then I'm sure that means you must be a genius to do that. So that should show you that we or those in the merchants or those who are merchants that sell stuffs need to be proper and super informed with current trends, because the buying rate is in a demographic of 18 to 35. Those are the people that have the highest buying rate of things, so especially electronics and other things. So, and that's the highest demographic of population of Nigeria. So the young people are very, very, very upward mobile. They are very, very adventurous. They want to get the best. And if you don't have the best, you may just be pushed aside. So apart from this, so you're going to go straight into the online visibility itself. Every individual is a media company. I say that again. Every individual is a media company. So you need to act like one ahead of the things that are around, especially in this present day and time we find ourselves, where movements have been restricted. They are, you know, everybody's confined to a particular space, and the space we are confined to is a space of online. Personally, I do prints, I do advertising and other things, but I was leveraging more on the print side, because that was where I was getting that was the cash cow for my business. But during the lockdown, I couldn't do that, so I had to migrate back to advertising and started doing videos, marketing videos, started doing online e-flyers, started enhancing, and all through the lockdown I was making some small cash, but people were patronizing my service. So you need to have multiple streams of income, and you need to follow the trend. If not, you will lose. You will just lose out, and you may get obsolete. May that not be a portion in Jesus' name. So visibility is a very key thing. And before I proceed, I'd like to talk about 3 C's of visibility. In the course of our opener, we said some things about it, but I would like to be more detailed now. The 3 C's of visibility. Number 1 is credibility. Credibility. The 3 C's of visibility. Number 1 is credibility. Number 2 is content. Number 2 is content. Number 3 is connections. So you have credibility, content, connections. Credibility, content, connections. Credibility is valid information and genuine source of your person or your company. So how can I validate information about you? Are you creditworthy? If I give you a job, will you deliver my job? Will you take my job away? Will you run away with my money? Those are the kind of things. Connections. See, I tell people something. As you said earlier on, your network is your net worth. Who do you know? And how have you been able to harness the connections you have? Now, the first contacts you have are people that knew you from cradle. This is your primary school contacts. Trust, get a paper of paper, list out how many primary school contacts you know, their names first. Just get the names, forget about the contact, just get the names, write them down. How many secondary school contacts do you have? And how many university school contacts do you have? Some of us are lousy and cocky, because some of us say, that's my secondary school, maybe it was high school. I'm not ashamed to say it. But in my class, we not have very prominent people, but we have some doctors, we have some engineers, we have some people that are doing well. You never can tell where your next breakthrough will come from. See, a 5,000 call card landed me a job in Mobile. So I know what I'm talking about connections. Connections, there's no connection that is small. When I was supposed to do my IT far back in 2000, 2002 thereabouts, I got a connection from a cleaner that landed me, from a cleaner took me to Coca-Cola. I did my IT in Coca-Cola, where people keep to ask me, how did you get there? So your connections can come from anywhere. So you don't undermine now. Next connection pool you can take from your religious circle. You may be a Christian, a fellowship, you're a Muslim, you're a mosque, you're a traditionalist, your cult group or whatever you are. That is a connection that you have. Another connection you have is your estate. Where do you live? Some of us are too, I don't want to talk to anybody on my street. I'm a big man. You are missing it out. Let me share a testimony with you. A lady I was following up on business. We were talking. She said she was trying all this while to get on Jumia to be a merchant to sell her stuff on Jumia. The person that was living on the floor above her was the person that was working in Jumia. But because she was a cocky person, she doesn't talk to anybody. Because she was working she had some money then. I don't know how she got her source. So every other person was shipped to her. So one day her car had issues, and the young man was driving past because he drives a smaller car, and had to stop by to help her and pick her up. And in the course of that conversation, you know, where do you work? I said, I work in Jumia, and the lady started crying and laughing. Why? Because she has spent all her time and energy trying to look for the vendor manager that will help her put her product on Jumia. But she never knew that her blessing was hanging over her roof all this while, for months, for days, for years. So that should show you how powerful connections are. So you don't undermine anybody and whoever, because you never can tell where your connections are coming from. Apart from that, where do you work? Your line of business. If you're a salon person or if you're a beauty person, you have associations. You join this association. See, man is a social animal, and if you think you cannot mix up, then you may have problems with your connections. And I'll pause here because this is not the workshop for that. But I want to make you understand that if you think you don't have anybody, you have people. Now, how do you draw the line between your business name and your personal brand? This is a very, very, very dicey thing we need to talk about for online visibility. You don't have to mix your business and your brand. Now, let me give an example. Steve Jobs built Apple and not the other way around. So you have built your own company. So that means you are the person. You as a person, you are different from the company. Yeah. So I'll tell you that it's a brand scene for you to post your business, for you to post your personal content on your business platform. Let me give you an example. My daughter is doing birthday. I'm not carrying my happy birthday daughter on my business page. My brother, you are anybody that can cause you to lose some contacts because people see you as an unserious person. How can you post it? Or you traveled to Dubai for vacation. You're not going to post about the vacation pictures on your company platform. Does it make sense? Just imagine if an Access Bank MD posts his children's and his platform on the bank platform. How will you perceive that bank? So if you want to play in the Champions League, you must do what the champions do. And that's, you have to draw a line between your personal. So you have a personal identity on the online space, and you have a business identity on the online space. But it's fine for you to post your business on your business content on your personal page. Now, why is the reason? Because you are a small company. People don't know you yet. So some people patronize you based on your personal relationship they have with you, not because of your business. That's why I tell people that for a small business, owning a website is a waste of money and waste of time. Because so many people, very, very few people go to your website and start Googling and checking what you do. They're first of all connecting to you because of who you are and how they perceive you as a person. For a small business, as they perceive you as a person. So you need to have that and disengage your contents aright and distribute them wisely. So online visibility, there are so many things we need to talk about now, and there's some platforms that I would like to quickly rush into. I would like to just streamline our conversation to just 5 platforms for today. 5, just 5. 5 platforms. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, and maybe YouTube. Let's leave Twitter. So we talk about Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and WhatsApp. But before we go into that, first you must have an email account. As a person and as a business, you must have an email account. I'm not a Google ambassador, but I always advise people to open a Gmail account for the reasons you get to know in the course of this training. You need to get into Google email, a Gmail account. And when you open your Gmail account, make sure that you use your names. For example, William Asim-Ita at gmail.com. Your business name is creamcakes at gmail.com. Don't put creamcakes 1,000,005,3,000 XYZ. All those things are funny. It does not perceive and go right. Then Google has some landing pages you can do whereby you can customize your email to sound professional. For example, William at weconcepts.com. The website may not really exist, but you have a landing page. So whenever you send a mail, the mail gets to your Gmail, but it appears as WeConcepts or Brandbill or Google or whatever your company name is. So it's very, please avoid things like Choma Jesus 2020, William Holy Ghost Fire. Those are very funny names that people do, and if I see that name, I just see it as an unserious person. I just see it as a hacker. So please let us align our nomenclature right, so that we'll be able to have the right audience. Some of us have killed ourselves by the names we give to our business and ourselves. Number 2 is WhatsApp. WhatsApp. There are 2 types of WhatsApp. You have the basic and the business WhatsApp. So many of us are used to the basic WhatsApp. It's fine. So if you have an Android phone that is a dual SIM, you are very, very good to go, because you can equally run the 2 WhatsApp accounts on your phone. So you have one phone with 2 WhatsApps. So one is the business account and one is a personal account. Remember I said that you have to disengage your content and distribute them wisely. So, but there's something I want to talk about this WhatsApp business. Some people don't know about the WhatsApp business. It's very powerful. Personally, I get jobs from abroad from the WhatsApp platform. How do I get them? WhatsApp has a catalog. The WhatsApp business has a catalog it's designed for small businesses. It has a catalog whereby you can post and upload your jobs you have done and share this thing online. And people, so if you go to my WhatsApp, my Facebook page and click on contact, it takes you straight to my WhatsApp page and lands you there for you to see other things that we can do. And for prompt response, as you're saying hi, it has an autoresponder that can respond to you if you're not on seat. They say, okay, hi, okay, this is Brandbill, sorry we're not, we'll get back to you on time. When you come online, the person already has a sense of knowing that somebody has responded. And when you come online, you follow up and you start doing business and you start earning. Now, another thing that the WhatsApp business does for you is that it puts you on the global space. What does that mean? That means if you subscribe to the WhatsApp business, there's a column there that has to do with your location, and it automatically puts your location on the Google map. So you remember I said about Google, that Google is very powerful. Google map would show, that means your business, whenever I Google Chima and Sons, for example, it will appear on Google map. Someone asked me one day, hey, how I saw Brandbill on Google map. How did you do it? Hey, you are making so much money. And I was laughing. My dear friend, that is free of charge. I didn't pay a kobo. What I did was just to put my address on the Google business, and the thing plotted my address on the Google map, and it's there. Still under Google. So that Google takes you to Google Map. Under Google Map has a very powerful tool that you cannot emphasize, which talks about Google reviews. What is Google review? Google review is a product from Google that makes people to comment and talk about your business after experiencing a business transaction with you. In other words, it's like an endorsement for you that appears on the on the online space. Let me give you an example. You come to do my place and I tell you, okay, hey, please help me fill this review. You say, oh, I did a fantastic business with Brandbill. Thank you, and press enter. That information is recorded on Google Map. So whenever you're looking for Brandbill, you see the reviews of all those that have listed me. I say, wow, this guy is really this thing. And what it does too is whenever you search my name, it brings my name higher. So the more Google reviews you have, the better for your visibility. The more Google reviews you have, the better for your visibility. Maybe in the question and answer section, I would give us, or maybe I'll share this slide on the platform so that people can read through, and I itemize steps on how to get yourself on Google Map and how to get reviews so that you have that visibility that you desire. Okay, number 3, you must, I said it again, you must sign up with Facebook. Facebook is highly recommended and recommendable for everyone. This is the first social media platform that has the highest audience. And it's here you discover childhood friends, old boys association, old girls association, university colleagues, church members, family, friends. The list is endless. You know, I was trying to give us a list earlier on that you have contact that I loaded. That was what I shared in the first time I came to FANEV platform. And the contact list is so endless. If you itemize your list, I'm sure you have up. If I itemize, I have about 500, and I've not, even as a person, I have not harnessed and optimized my contact list yet. From families to friends to church to university colleagues to old boys, secondary school, my neighborhood. I play tennis. I have a tennis community. I have different factions of people that people know me, and some people don't know what I do. Some people don't know what you really do. They see you wear tie. From what I say, what do you do? I do business. No, don't say I do business. What do you do? I sell clothes. What do you do? I'm a printer. What do you do? I'm a mechanic. What do you do? I'm a computer engineer. Let people know what you are doing. Be definite. Don't just say I'm a businessman, I'm a businesswoman. No, you are shortchanging yourself, and that will not be good for you. So some of us think Facebook is meant for millennials or teenagers. So they tend not to, you know, to go there, and it's so funny because here you are missing out. People are making serious money and contact from the Facebook platform. So if you're not on Facebook platform, please go back, go get there and subscribe. If you are there and you're dormant, please reactivate the account. Very, very important. Number 4, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is highly recommendable for corporate businesses and professional people. Here you see resumes and profiles of corporate people from all cadres, from the entry level to the CEOs. And there's something about this LinkedIn I like. There's no bureaucracy. I can access anybody on LinkedIn. There is no PA or secretary or special advisor or security man that will prevent me from having access to anybody I want to have access to. For example, I have access to Folorunso Alakija, even before she became the world's richest black woman. She's a printer. She has the press, and when she opened up, she invites us to come as printers to come there and you know, see what the new machine she has bought and all of that. Now, on a good day, if I go to the office, I will not be able to see that woman. But from the platform on LinkedIn, I can chat with her and say, "Madam, how are you? How is business?" and all that. So that is one thing technology and social media, online media has made for us. And you have to be careful on what you post. When we will get to that, I will give us some tips on what we need to do and what we don't need to do, so that we'll be able to trend properly. There are so many other platforms. Twitter, which is for the platform for discussion. You have Instagram, has to be pictures. That is the new trend now. I think most people are going on Instagram because of picture and video. We've come to understand that people react to more videos than pictures. That's why I see if you do that analysis, you post a picture and you post a video, you see the response. A man is a curious animal. He wants to see. So when you embed it or you mask it, you want to unmask to see the inner context. That's what video does. So versus using a flyer that has all the designs already. Yes, even if it's a very well designed flyer that has a captivating imagery, that may not really warrant such posts to get high likes. But a video, no matter how poorly done the video is, people will always want to see inside. So you have YouTube, same thing, that's a video platform. Most people that watch videos go there. But the challenge about all this is why I'm not highlighting this YouTube and all that, because it takes a lot of data. And for the community we're talking about, so people may not have that luxury of data and time to go and sit down and watch movies and all of that. So I'm not really talking about that today. We have Skype, we have Dropbox, you have so many other platforms that can boost your online visibility. But the first four I talked about is what are the basics. Since we're talking about 101, are the basics you need to do. Now, there are 4 categories of visibility. Some of us have this wrong mindset that because I don't have 1 million likes, that means I'm a failure or I don't have visibility. I want to tell you, if you go and check me out on my Instagram platform, I don't have more than 500 followers. But I'm saying this with all sense of humility and this thing. But my contact base and my clientele base, I don't think you can match it because I work for multinationals. The way I did I optimize my name and things that associate with me. If you go to my LinkedIn, they give me a review and tell me, William, you appeared on 50 searches on LinkedIn. And who were the people looking at you? Shell, HP, Dell, Fortune 500 companies. That's my target. I don't need mediocres to give me likes for me to think I'm successful. That's being foolish. I'm not an entertainer. I'm not a musician. I don't play art or sport I'm not a comedian. I'm a businessman. I don't have that content to entertain 1 million people. If I have 50 or 60 people, and those people, out of the 60 of them, I have 10 that give me business, and the business is running to millions. My dear brother, I'm doing better than someone that has 100 million likes. So let us take that out. So now, first of all, we have 4 categories. Number 1 category I talk about is the ghost. This is the worst case scenario. That means nobody knows about you. That means if I punch your name into Google now, nothing will come up. That means you are 0. This will be nice for you. First of all, you need to do is once you open a Facebook account, or you open an Instagram account, or you open a LinkedIn account, automatically it takes you from 0 to something. In other words, your name will start appearing on Google for the fact that you are going to subscribe to any of these platforms. So you can migrate from the ghosts. Yeah, you can migrate from the ghosts category to the next category I'm talking about.
Zero visibility.
Yes, zero visibility to what I call social presence. So the solution for you is to follow these steps I've told you in the beginning. Open up those accounts and you start getting your online visibility. Number 2 category of people of publicity is called the social presence. This is when your main presence is onlinely essential based on your social channels like LinkedIn, Twitter. That means, in other words, if I Google you, it only show me your account, which is okay. Let me tell you something happens. Somebody looking for you, maybe an old school, like I have a classmate that I wanted to show kindness to, but the guy was nice to me when we were in school. And I've been looking for his contact. I've searched, I can't find him. I went to our organization, nobody can find him. And that's what happened. So many people looking for you. I said, man, there's one guy, his name is Raphael. When I was in the university, there was one night that I could not feed. I went to his room and he gave me bread to eat. God just touched my heart to be a blessing to him. Now, how can I find Raphael? I Google Raphael Musu. I cannot find him. So do you see how you see? Sometimes of us have killed ourselves by not getting on. They say, our data, what is data? You subscribe 1,100 data a month or 2,000 data a month. I don't think it's too much because from that 2,000 data you can make that money from online, which we'll talk about in 2.0. So social presence is very, very important. So LinkedIn is the place for a business. It gives you has the strongest online presence. LinkedIn has the strongest online presence for you as a business person. So there, so many suppliers and so many contractors are looking for suppliers. For example, you have Aki Hausa, which is Tiger Nuts, for example, and you're looking for how to sell it. There are companies that are looking for that raw material, but they cannot find it. But it's in LinkedIn you see where the buyers meet the sellers, where some top companies are looking for people that can, a smaller company that can do a particular thing. Maybe they are you were using a big company before. You say no, let's look for a smaller company that can help us do this our in-house thing. You are not on LinkedIn. They cannot find you. They'll not go to Facebook to look for you as a business person. So you have to be on LinkedIn. Build your profile, put your picture. Don't be a ghost. Some people go there, don't see that. Some people will send me a link on LinkedIn and don't have a picture. Anybody that don't have a picture, I cannot like you. I cannot accept you because you're a ghost.
You're dangerous.
You're dangerous. You may be a scammer. So, third category is, I call them presently present. These guys are what? Presently present. That's what we're talking about now. You know, you have left, that means you have left those digital breadcrumbs of following people and everything. You are now an identity of yourself. This means you have the online presence that has gone beyond social media. You are a bros. Let me tell you that you are an adult in this online listening. So you are presently present. Apart from the social media, you have your own blog. You have your things about yourself. You have your space and your community. So you are now presently present. I call it presently what? Present on the online visibility. Yes. Then number 4, this is the Oga of the Oga. I call them grand present. These people have grand presence. The grand present is when you start popping up all over the place in a good way. You know that what? You are omnipresent, not God, but you are omnipresent on the online platform. You have done well that your visibility is everywhere, because maybe like now online, whenever I invited me, I'm speaking in seminars, I'm preaching in the church, I'm doing here. So everywhere you just be seeing me everywhere. Who is this person? You know, before it happened, Wikipedia, you know, before it happened everywhere. You know, you start seeing yourself everywhere. So this is very, very important for us as we grow. But please, I believe in organic growth. Yeah. I don't believe in, you see, any baby that does not crawl and wants to run, you have to, after crawling, you start walking, or you start limping. After limping, you start walking. After walking, you start running. After running, you cannot start flying. So it's something that we need to take care of. So I have some warnings and some tips for us. Please, if you're not writing all this while, I would like you to write down this one. If you're not writing all this while, I'd like you to get a paper and write down these things I'm going to say. Number 1, make sure you have at least one good picture or portrait picture online. First impression matters. Make sure you have one good passport or one good picture online. It's a given. You must have a good passport picture. If I see a picture of you, like for example, look at this picture of me here, you know, corporate with my tie, or I might decide to appear this way as I'm appearing with my branded office uniform, or a picture that is decent. Now, what happened? First impression matters, because people want to know who they're really relating with and who they're talking to. So if you have a shabby picture with a red background, please avoid red backgrounds or funny backgrounds. No. Or nude pictures. No. Indecent pictures. No. If you're a lady, you don't have to show your cleavage. Nobody wants to see that. If you start showing that means I'll see you as a harlot trying to seduce me for something. So you have to be corporate and clean and smart. Number 2, mind your connections. You don't have to add everyone that makes a request for connection to you on any social media platform. Before you add anybody, please check them out. Check their friends, check their comments, check their pictures. What are they doing? Who are they? Even though you know them before, check them. There's a person in my church that I can't add that person. Why? He's always talking about Donald Trump, talking about politics and every negative thing, quarrel and no. I said, I'm sorry, I cannot add you on my platform, because those things will be migrating to my page. Sometimes you may even tag me to it, and it may give me a wrong identity online. Number 3, be careful about the comments and the arguments you make online. What you like good comments that appeal to you. It may be an advantage or disadvantage to you someday. See, let me say something to you guys now. Many people will never get visa. It's not a course, but it's a fact. They will never get visa. Do you know why? Because time passed, they've abused or they've caused the Europeans, the Americans, and the Asians, and say, look at those people, they're idiots, they're this. And something happened. Somebody told me that he went to the embassy the other day to get a visa. And what did the woman do? The white woman just Googled his name. And what came up? He saw him that he was in enterprise and doing this. I said, no. He was now surprised how the man got to know the things that he does that was not even on his visa application platform. So he asked me, young man, why did you leave singing for dancing? He was like, did I tell you I was a dancer? I stopped dancing when I was a teenager. I didn't. The man said, no. I watched some of the videos. You're a good dancer. I think you should be a dancer. You dance better than you sing. Now, the interview changed from normal visa interview. Now talking about his personal life. Why? Because the woman has done some findings. And because of her findings, she got captivated in his dancing skill. I said, no, this guy would have been a better dancer. And the woman stamped the visa without knowing and gave him 10 years. Gave him 10 years without knowing. Why? Content he had on his platform. So if he was not saying, Trump is a bastard, or the Queen, look at her, or the Prime Minister, look at them, look, all those things. So please, I want to beg you, if in any time past you've done any negative post, or you put any new thing or said any nasty thing, please, there's a time for you to just go back now to any of those platforms and go and delete those things. Please. You never can tell. You can clean up your mess, you know. Yes, maybe in those times, the Bible says that the Lord overlooked in the time of ignorance. Yes. So this time, you want to be born again. So please go back to those platforms and delete those things. It will help you very much. Number 4, share good content that has to do with your profession and you're listening, especially on LinkedIn or any platform. This good platform content. For example, FANEV is doing a fantastic job. They share contents that are captivating. And if I have a speaking engagement, I will invite him. I'm telling you, okay, let us invite the Dean of FANEV to come and speak to us. Because in this area, I think he has good information. See, you may think the person may not have that clout. He may not be a lake holder. He may not be a renowned name or the chairlady from First Bank. Or she may not be one top-notch person from Google or something. No, or it may not be a Steve Jobs. The content the person is sharing, how is it affecting lives? So you look for content. Content is very, especially localized content. When you talk about localized content, I tell people, see, Harvard does something, goes to Harvard Business School. Some of the Harvard theories will not work in Nigeria. Do you know why? Because Nigeria has a peculiar and a specific demography. Some of those mechanisms and those indices that work in the US will not work here. So if you follow Harvard, then you have a problem. That's why you say LBS. Remember, we are going to Lagos Business School because these are local. It's a localized setting. People that are there are tested and trusted. They don't business. They understand the climate and the terrain. So some of the theories that don't work over there will definitely. So share good content cannot be overemphasized, but it can give you a new job or a new engagement in your dealings. Number 6, never watch pornography or gambling or bad vices or subscribe to any of those things on the line. It can destroy your image online, and an image you have may not be able to be repaired because you find out that you have done something, you have said something nasty, and or like Nwachukwu was telling something about someone in Instagram that was caught in the act of rape, and he had over 4 million likes, 4 million followers on his Instagram. That page was automatically shut down because of the stigma of rape. So you have to be careful what you do, what you say, and how you go about your business. As a business person, it can kill you as an entrepreneur. For a career person, your company can sack you outrightly, you know. So you have to be careful on what you post and who you follow. Finally, please make sure you post at least one post a week. Keep updating your account. You know, say little drops makes the mighty ocean, but at least once a week. In closing, focus on your focus until you become a focus. Thank you for listening.